Hello and welcome back to our channel. From Jimmy Butler paying mad cash for a customized aquarium to Michael Jordan's ridiculously expensive yacht, NBA players have made some insane purchases thanks to their crazy contracts. Welcome to Hoopers, and in this video we'll talk about what NBA legends spend their millions on. Besides being able to showcase your skills at the grandest stage, the NBA also great if players want to earn a ton of money. I mean, these guys are so rich that they can basically do whatever the hell they want, especially because of how lucrative their contracts are. And it's not as if the only dudes who earn all the bread are the cream of the crop, cause even role players have started earning so much money that they can live the good life. When you have that much cash, you have no choice but to start spending it on stupidly expensive things, which is exactly what Jimmy Butler did. Aquariums are cool as it is, but Butler wasn't happy with just an aquarium, so he got one customized according to what he wanted, and it looked amazing. It's a 10-foot tall boombox aquarium that weighs 6,000 pounds, containing 600 gallons of water and can hold up to 50 fish. And get this, it also has built-in speakers, which makes this one of the coolest aquariums I've ever seen. But how much did this cost Jimmy? Well, it cost him over $40,000. But that's nothing compared to how much his car collection cost him, as Butler has a bunch of luxury cars, including the McLaren 570S, the Porsche 911, a Mercedes-Benz G63, and a Cadillac Escalade. And those cars cost the athlete a whopping $742,000. But if you thought that was crazy, prepare to be amazed, because J.R. Smith spent almost as much on one vehicle. Once he secured a bag, this guy went all out, buying a military armored truck. The Pterodyne Gurkha is something straight out of an action movie, as it's built with indestructible tires, bulletproof glass, and can withstand shots from RPGs as well as grenade attacks. Sheesh! Talk about making sure you're safe no matter what. With a car like that, you'd think everyone in America are his ops. But hey, can you expect anything less from an SUV that was marked as being able to survive even a zombie apocalypse? This bad boy also features an 8-cylinder diesel engine, allowing it to have 300 horsepower, and it weighs well over 13,000 pounds. This incredible vehicle came for a jaw-dropping $500,000, which is insane. But Steph, the Chef Curry, has some insane purchases of his own. He's one of the richest dudes in the league, which is no surprise given how massive his contracts have been, and recently he's found a unique way to spend that hard-earned bread. NFTs had a lot of hype surrounding them, so the chef wanted in on it and copped one of the most expensive NFTs, the Bored Ape. Believe it or not, this single NFT cost Curry $180,000. But I guess for people like Steph, that was a worthy purchase. And on top of that, the chef has also spent mad cash on his Unreal car collection. He's got a 2018 Infiniti Q50, a Cadillac Escalade ESV, a Land Rover Range Rover, and even a Tesla. Oh, and how could I forget about his Mercedes AMG G55? The cost of those cars comes up to nearly $800,000. But when you're talking about one of the highest paid athletes in NBA history, what else can you expect? That said, Shaq has Curry beat in terms of expensive purchases. The Diesel loves spending money on a bunch of things to satisfy his larger-than-life appetite. And much like Butler, he spent a ton of it on a customized aquarium big enough for him to swim in. O'Neal linked up with his homies from Animal Planet's Tanked to get the craziest fish tank ever. And let's just say they didn't disappoint one bit. They hooked Shaq up with an Egyptian-themed 800-gallon tank, which came with 3 exotic grouper fish, a Japanese Kidako moray, as well as 3 Sphinx hookah statues. This insane aquarium cost O'Neal $120,000. But he spent way more on a custom treehouse. This time he hit up the treehouse masters so that they could build him the treehouse he always dreamed of. And once again, Shaq wasn't let down one bit. It has a handcrafted metal fire pit and a 9-foot mahogany door. But things look even better on the inside, as it has a poker table, a beautiful bar, as well as a sick painting of O'Neal. It looked great, but Diesel needed to cough up $400,000 for it. Though it's nothing compared to how much he's blown on vehicles, cause Shaq owns a $1.7 million yacht and numerous luxury cars such as a Mercedes, a Porsche, a Lambo, 2 Ferraris, 3 Bentleys, and 3 Rolls Royces. If you add up the cost of all cars in Shaq's garage, it comes up to a jaw-dropping $5 million. But get this, Dwayne Wade spent almost as much on a pair of shoes. Most of us can only dream of getting a pair of $200 shoes, but then there's the Flash, who paid millions for his. Recently, D-Wade got a customized version of the Leaning Way of Wade 4s, and they've covered in all sorts of precious stones. I'm talking diamonds, sapphires, and 18-karat gold. So they look beautiful. Keeping that in mind, I guess it was worth spending a whopping $4 million on it. And get this, the one time Wade wore these shoes outside, he hired a team of security guys just to ensure nothing happened to them. But if you thought this was the Flash's craziest purchase, you'd be wrong, because he spent over $5 million on a custom yacht for his 32nd birthday. This 130-foot yacht had Way of Wade written on it, and it was fully decked out for his birthday celebration. These purchases were unbelievable, but Wade's homeboy LeBron got some serious crazy ones under his belt. King James has constantly been leveling up his drip game, and it's gotten to the point that he's the most iced-out athlete in the league. I mean, seriously, his jewelry collection is on another level. Let's start with his Lion Gatekeeper's pendant, which is covered in 14-karat gold, 34-karat diamonds, and on top of that, the lion's eyes light up. He also has 2 of the craziest grills, with the first one having 11 diamond-studded teeth, as well as a lion and a king logo. Then the king copped another diamond grill to cover his bottom teeth. As for his watches, he's got Richard Milles, Rolexes, APs, as well as Pateks, and every single one of them is gorgeous. If you add up the value of his jewelry and watches, it comes up to a monumental $20 million. Besides that, James also loves cars, and his collection is unreal. This dude's got Ferraris, Porsches, a Bentley, a couple of Mercedes-Benzes, as well as the Lamborghini Aventador. The total cost of his car collection comes up to about $4.5 million. But as unreal as these purchases are, they're nothing compared to Jordan's. MJ spent over $8 million on an 80-foot convertible fishing boat called a Catch-23, and then he stepped it up a notch and bought himself a stupidly expensive yacht. The 230-foot super yacht called Joy is one of the craziest purchases by any NBA legend, as it features 5 decks, 7 cabins, a sick gym, a private office, and even a basketball court. The yacht also comes with its own rescue boats and 3 speedboats. As you can imagine, it costs his airness a ton of money. $81 million to be exact. Sheesh, talk about living the good life. As you can see, being a top dog in the NBA has its perks. I mean, not only can you buy one luxury watch or car, you can buy a bunch of them with those insane contracts. And honestly, it's great to see that dudes like LeBron and Wade can do so much for themselves now, especially when you consider how tough they had it growing up. Both of them are the definition of people who went from rags to riches, and those are the types of stories you'll love to hear about. On that note, we'll wrap up today's video. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to Hoopers, because there'll be more awesome videos coming every week.